Hello everybody. In today's video I'm going to be teaching you about simple probability. Alright, so what is probability? Well, the definition of a probability or a probable event, the probability of any event occurring is quite simply the number of successes over the total number of possible outcomes. So basically everything you want to happen over everything that's possible to happen. Now, possible values, well, when you're talking about probability, you're talking about a range of numbers from anywhere between 0 and 1 or 100%. So if something has a probability of 0, that means it's impossible to occur. And if something has a probability of 1 or 100, that means it is certain to occur. And obviously, as you go up and down the scale, it becomes more likely or less likely. So if the probability of an event was up here, that would be pretty likely. But if the probability of any event was down here, that would be pretty unlikely. But it could happen. So let's have a look at some of the language that goes with probability. So here is a particular question. It says, which of the contexts describes a situation that is impossible? That means it's not going to happen. So you've got 4 different choices here. Well, let's have a look at this one down at the bottom. Reaching into a bag full of 19 strawberry chews and 1 cherry tree without looking and pulling out a strawberry chew. Well, that could happen. Certainly not impossible. All right, how about winning a raffle that sold a total of 100 tickets if you bought 99 of those tickets? Highly likely that you're going to win. Is it going to definitely happen? No, there's still a 1 in 100 chance that it might not happen, but it's certainly not impossible. So therefore, it's not these 2 at the bottom. Let's have a look at these 2 at the top. Spinning a spinner divided into 4 equal size sections, colored red, green, yellow, or blue, and landing on a red or a green. Yeah, that could definitely happen. So certainly not impossible. However, the top one here, rolling an 8 on a standard 6-sided die numbered 1 through 6, yeah, that's never going to happen. So this one right here, that will definitely be impossible. All right, let's go ahead and have a look at a question that deals with calculating the probability. So here we have one right here. So it says, in a popular online role-playing game, players can create detailed designs for their characters' costumes or appearance. Sounds like fun. Camden sets up a website where players can buy and sell these costumes online. And information about the number of people who visited the website and the number of costumes purchased in a single day is listed below. So basically, you have 206 visitors purchased no costume, 87 purchased exactly 1, and 4 visitors purchased more than 1. And we want to figure out the probability that the next person will purchase exactly 1 costume. So the way that we write that out, it will be a P with open parentheses, and that just basically means the probability of. All right, what are we trying to figure out the probability of? That we get exactly 1 costume. So exactly 1 costume. So that's what we're trying to figure out. So remember, probability is the number of successes over the total number of possible outcomes. Well, how many ways can I be successful? How many ways can I get exactly 1 costume? Well, 87 of those visitors purchased exactly 1 costume. Over how many costumes in total? Well, 206 purchased no costume. 87 we know purchased exactly 1, and 4 purchased more than 1. So these are all the total possibilities. All right, so grab my calculator and we're going to add up the 206, 87, and the 4. So here we go, 206 plus 87 plus 4, that gives me 297. And remember, there's 87 possible ways of getting what we want here. So basically, that's what it would look as a fraction. Now, we want to put it in its simplest form. Well, on the graphing calculator here, that's pretty easy to do, because all I could do is just press 87 divided by 297. Yeah, let's have a look what that gives me. So we're going to go math, frac, enter. Look at that. It reduces to 29 over 99. So basically, 3 will go into each of these numbers. So it'll go in 29 times and 99 times right there. So there's your final answer, 29 over 99 as a fraction in its simplest form. Okay, let's have a look at one more example. All right, let's look at some simple probability level 2. All right, so it looks very similar in the setup that we just had. So, oh yeah, same thing. We've got some costumes going on here. Apparently Delta Math really likes role play. So we got 236 visitors purchased no costume, 202 visitors purchased exactly one, and 40 purchased more than one. So based on the results, express the probability that the next person will purchase no more than one costume. All right, so let's have a look at how we do that. So we're trying to figure out the probability that someone purchases no more than one costume. Well, what does that mean? No more than one would basically be you either get no costumes or just one costume. So let's rewrite that. So we're basically trying to figure out the probability that someone purchases no costume and purchases exactly one costume. All right. So let's have a look at the first probability. The probability of getting no costume. Well, 236 purchased no costume. Out of how many? Well, we're going to be adding up 236. Try that again. 236. That's my math dyslexia coming out to you there. Plus 202 plus 40. And then we're going to add on to that the probability of someone purchasing one costume. Well, we know that to be 202. And it's going to be out of the same total. So 236 plus 202 plus 40. So now what we want to do is we want to simplify both of these fractions and then add them up together. So let's add up the 236 plus 202 plus 40, and we'll get 478. So I know that one will be 478 here too as well. So basically add these two together and you will get 438 over 478. So because it asks for the fraction in simplest form, let's see if we can break this down at all. So I'll use my calculator here. 438 divided by 478. Ooh, not a nice looking decimal, so chances are probably not, but let's just check it out anyway. Math, frac, enter. Ooh, I can. 2 will go into both of those. Why didn't I see that? They both ended with 8. So of course 2 will go into both of those. So we're going to get 219 divided by 239. So I think your main challenge here is going to be reducing those fractions, because I know all of you love fractions so much. But anyway, that's basically what probability is. Trying to find how many ways there are of getting a success out of all the total possible ways. All right, so there you go. And remember, you should never get a probability less than 0, and you should never get a probability higher than 1 or 100%. All right, if you have any other questions, don't ask me. Make sure you ask Miss Wiltsey or Miss Lynch. All right, thanks very much, everybody. Take care. Have a great day.